had John Brennan, who's the Deputy National Security Advisor, and we had Janet Napolitano, who's the Secretary of Homeland Security, speak about swine flu. And President Obama simply said we should be concerned about it, but not worried about it. So you can kind of feel some sort of apprehension about the swine flu when there's not an epidemiologist who studies disease or any sort of medical professional on there trying to explain it to us. What concerned me was that the Homeland Security, the head of Homeland Security, was the person giving us advice on it, and that just didn't sit right with me. So that's kind of when I started researching it, and this is kind of how I came to this point. Another thing which probably the mainstream media doesn't cover is how unreliable the diagnostic tests are. Like, let's say you had flu symptoms, and you went to the hospital, and they use this little wire, little thing on the end, like a little, to swab your nose. And they swab your nose, and they put it in a little container, and they send it to the lab. Well, those aren't really the most accurate ways to diagnose you with the flu or not. I'm going to kind of read you the statistics from it so you can kind of follow me. It's a little confusing the way they word it. But basically we have influenza A and influenza B. Those are the two flus we have, right? Influenza B is what the regular flu is. That's what we get every winter. That's why people get vaccinated, sometimes people who choose to. Influenza A, we don't really get here in America. That is like the bird flu. We saw the bird flu in China, and that was on the news probably 2 or 3 years ago. I think there might have been a couple of cases, but for the most part, you usually don't get an influenza A positive screen when you do a swab of someone's nose for the flu. But we do test for both of those. Most hospitals are only testing right now for influenza A and B. Some hospitals do test specifically for the swine flu, but even that test is not very specific, which basically leaves you with a physician treating you in an educated guess manner. So you have the symptoms, you feel bad, we're going to go ahead and treat you for it, which is a good thing. You should get treatment for it if you feel so bad you need to be in a hospital. But you must understand that the flu swab isn't necessarily telling you if you have the flu or not. And I'd like to read to you that